My name is Teresa McClenaghan. I'm Executive Director and Counsel with the Canadian Environmental Law Association. I've been working on environmental law issues for almost 3 decades, and in particular have been looking into emergency planning at Pickering for quite a number of years since 2011. Pickering Nuclear is one of the oldest commercial operating plants anywhere in the world. It also has the largest population near a commercial plant anywhere in the world. What that means is we need a really good evacuation plan to protect the public, and that's not what we have at Pickering. There are over 4.5 million people living within 50 kilometers of the Pickering plant in the Greater Toronto Area. In addition, the province of Ontario has designated Durham Region to be a places to grow. In other words, they're increasing the density right in the area where there are 2 big nuclear plants operating. This makes evacuation planning and other emergency response even more critical and increases the level of our concern that it's woefully inadequate at present. If we had a big nuclear accident in Durham Region at Pickering or at Darlington, one of the things we would worry about is what to do about drinking water and food. Food will be monitored up to 100 kilometers around the plant for any radioactivity. And then we have drinking water, where we have no contingency plan so far about what to do about drinking water. As long ago as 2013, the Minister of Community Safety at the time asked her officials to develop a contingency plan for drinking water, but today in 2016 we still don't have such a plan. One of the things we worry about is how people will find out if there's been a nuclear accident. Until as recently as 2013, even sirens within 3 kilometers of the plant were not fully operational. It's only lately that the authorities have started to make sure that the notification requirements and mechanisms are put in place within 10 kilometers of a nuclear plant. If you live within 10 kilometers of a nuclear plant, make sure you know how you would find out if there's a nuclear accident in your area and what to do about it. Potassium iodide, or Ki, is a kind of iodine that prevents radioactive iodine from being taken up by the thyroid. This is something we found after the Chernobyl accident is really important, because after Chernobyl, children were developing thyroid cancer in greater numbers than we had expected. Since then, the international community has made Ki, or potassium iodide, available, but now it's being pre-distributed within 10 kilometers of the Canadian plants. We'd like it distributed further because, as we found out at Fukushima and Chernobyl, the area affected can be much greater than 10 kilometers. However, it's very important for people within that area to know about Ki. If you're within 50 K, to call the City of Toronto or the region of Durham to find out how you can get your own tablet to keep in your house or your school. One of the groups of people we have to really worry about if we need to evacuate following a nuclear accident is vulnerable populations. Vulnerable populations meaning kids in schools, seniors in long-term care facilities, and patients in hospitals. We had the experience in Japan following the Fukushima accident, where vulnerable populations from hospitals were evacuated to gymnasiums without adequate medical care. This was specifically because they hadn't expected to ever have to do such an evacuation. They hadn't planned for it, and they hadn't prepared for it.